After an attempt by the previous president of the United States of America to name Jerusalem the Israelis' capital failed, President Donald Trump made a shock declaration of Jerusalem as capital of Israel. The declaration, which was made 2 weeks ago, has continued to generate more reactions all over the world on the action of the US President Donald Trump. Recently, the Palestinians are also making moves push the United Nations until it accepts them as a full member state in reaction to President Trump's declaration a few weeks ago. In a chat with BCOS News, a legal practitioner, Dr. Olu Ojedokun, said President Trump's acted against the international law, adding that Trump's decision betrayed decades of US diplomacy and international consensus.
Donald Trump, of course, has taken a position to recognize. I think it's more playing to his domestic audience. I think obviously it's a violation of international law, because in international law, the issue of Jerusalem is a final status issue. In other words, what do we mean by final status? We mean that these are issues that will be decided once issues such as refugees, right of return, territory of Israel and Palestine are resolved. But I think some people take the view that it's more of a religious issue and that it fulfills, the vision of King David when Jerusalem was declared as the capital and the undivided capital of Israel and the eternal capital of Israel. And I think that's the position America is taking.
Also, a public administrator, Dr. Babatunde Ojediji, said he is not surprised about President Trump's decision, but called for dialogue among leaders in Israel in the interest of peace.
I have a suspicion that at the end of the day, people will cool down and take him for what he's going to spend 4 years there, except barring any contingency, any unforeseen. The Israelis are very, very aggressive. And of course, they always have support of America. America virtually created Israel along with Britain and the world powers because of the terrific amount of the sufferings of the Jews during the Second World War. Adolf Hitler gassed and killed about 6 million Jews, absolutely fantastic, during the Second World War. And to also compensate them. Unfortunately, they're compensating one side, they are neglecting the other side. The Arabs, the Palestinians, they've been on the suffering side. Unfortunately, again, they're extremely disunited. They've never been at one, trying to pursue the objectives similarly. So I'm afraid it's going to be a long time before anybody has a solution to that. America will get away with it. They always get away with whatever they want anyway. I have a suspicion that the rest of the world doesn't really like the weakling. The poor person, the weaker person seem to suffer all the time. Even in the African continent, the poor person always suffers. The rich is always, the world seems to be for the rich becoming richer and the poor becoming poorer.
Dr. Olu Ojedokun and Dr. Babatunde Ojediji also spoke on the implication of President Trump's declaration of Jerusalem as Israel's capital and other issues associated with the Trump's statement.
The way forward is for America to become neutral, for other countries to gather together, and for the countries to return to the peace table and discuss issues that precede the final status issue. And I think the way forward is to have a shared capital, a capital west belonging, of course, to Israel, and the east, of course, being shared between Israel and the Palestine. From that point of view, after all, it is the space and the capital of the three great religions: Judaism, Islam, and of course, Christianity.
The world is a world that doesn't tolerate weaklings. And I have a suspicion that for a very long time they will continue to suffer. There's a total polarization in the world now. The world system is breaking to pieces. So many problems. Iran is fighting Saudi Arabia. All kinds of issues are arising here and there. So it's very difficult to find a solution, a one-point solution. People are going to continue to fight, defending their own interests. So the world is getting more and more divided.
According to respondents, the declaration of Jerusalem as capital of Israel is more political than religious, hence the need for leaders in Israel to embrace peace and work collectively for the advancement of the country. Olamiposi Ishola, BCOS News.